Hello, I'm Pseudo Drifter, and this video serves as a follow-up to my low-rank HBG melee-only guide. I want to give a detailed play-by-play of how to kill a Legiana in case you're having trouble while following the main guide. I only mentioned it once, but this was done without upgrading my armor. What I picked during character creation is what I wore the whole time through, not one single armor sphere spent. And boy, this was a nightmare.
あれはレイギエナ。あの時私たちとぶつかった飛竜です。これでは気球がまた落とされてしまいます。なんとかしないと。
I thought to myself, the Legiana is tough, but not as tough as Nergigante. I didn't take into account how valuable armor perks are. I didn't take platters seriously. I didn't bother getting armor skin potions beforehand. I thought a dead Legiana would probably have a monster bone M, so I shouldn't bother upgrading my weapon for the sake of efficiency. Damn it, I went to the wrong camp. I highly recommend getting the extra camp in Area 12. It's a long walk otherwise. The point is, though, that mistakes were made all over the place. Before we get too deep into this fight, though, I want to talk about a technique called playing dead. To play dead, all you do is nothing. No inputs, no moving the camera or your character or pressing any buttons. If you get rocked by an attack and get knocked to the ground, playing dead will usually allow you to avoid taking extra damage from the monster's next attack. More importantly, you can use this while you're still on your feet to partially control a monster's behavior, but more on that later. Where we are is one of the stops of the Legiana line on the Monster Hunter World Metro Loop. Area 12 is usually the first place he goes to cause trouble. And look at those eyes. Look at his eyes. He's never not causing trouble. There we go, the dismounting plunging attack. So I've found the best strategy is just to go toe-to-talon with the Legiana. He's quick, his ice blasts have deceptive range, and overall he does quite a bit of damage. However, he's not invincible. The Devil Shield mod allows you to shrug off most of his attacks, so then it becomes a matter of learning which attacks allow you to block, countersmack, and go back to blocking. That said, though, the Legiana attacks pretty rapidly. This creates some significant challenges for turtling. The chip damage often forced me to back off and heal instead of going in for an attack. Using an armor skin potion and doubling up on the shield attachments negates this pretty solidly, though. I tested both the single and double shield mods, and found there to be a noteworthy difference. The difference was large enough to let me kill the Legiana without an armor skin potion, for example. I'll also admit, though, that the higher melee damage helped too. His Ice Blight is something you need to look out for, though, if you plan on turtling. Make sure to pack along lots of nullberries. His Ice Blight increases the stamina cost of blocking his attacks. If blocking his attacks costs more stamina, you're more likely to lose all of your stamina in one of his attack chains. And then your guard broken and taking extra damage. It's just bad all around. So quickly get rid of Ice Blight. More so than any of the other status debuffs. Yes. Now you definitely want to capitalize on every opportunity when the Legiana flinches. Hey, Velociflasher, I need your help, man. God damn it, you're completely useless. Oh well. The difficulty in this fight is similar to when we were fighting Inflatable Bat Friend. This boss likes to be airborne for the majority. Oh, god damn it, indecent Saurus Rex. I wasn't keeping an eye on you, which directly resulted in me being blinded. Go figure, huh? You gotta be kidding me. Anyways, what I was saying is the difficulty in this fight is similar to the Palvumu fight, and the boss likes to get airborne and is resistant to flash pods the more you use them. Sure, you can knock him out of the air, but every time you do, you make it more difficult to do so in the future. On the other hand, though, flying costs stamina for the monsters, so depleting their stamina helps keep them on the ground. By using the defense charm instead of an armor skin potion, I was forced to be very careful with my flash pods, saving them for when the Legiana was enraged. However, shooting the damn monster is more effective than stressing about melee spacing, flash pod use, and blocking, to be perfectly honest. Keep a lookout for the curved ice blasts. They've got really long recovery times. Ooh. And that was a good punish of the fancy feet attack. The Legiana is really unpleasant when he's airborne. I botched that flinch hit. This fight was unnecessarily hard, though. The armor skin potion does something crazy like 50% damage reduction, both elemental and physical, as far as my observations have shown. Don't quote me on that, though. I haven't done any actual testing. The difference between having a potion and not is noticeable all the same, though. In fact, an armor skin potion probably would have let me skip upgrading my HBG. Moreover, it would have allowed me to use the the Stamina Thief charm instead of the defense charm, giving me more opportunities to do damage. This place is actually kind of dicey to fight him. There's not a lot of room to maneuver. And if you're really not careful, he can actually smack you off the ledge. And by the time you're done recovering, he'll already made his way down there and start attacking. So it's pretty... this is just not a good place to fight. Now, if you'll pay attention, you might notice that these platforms seem to be of the monster trapping variety. I can't verify that. I've never actually trapped a monster there. I'm more focused on just surviving when I start fighting here, to be perfectly honest. Oh, damn it. Those were very confusing. Scout flies. Where did this guy go? Alright, I'm made of confusion. Inflatable bat friend! Oh, this mission's gonna be a good one. I know I will be victorious this time because Inflatable Bat Friend lends me his power. Where am I going at again? Alright. Sometimes I believe I rely on my scout flies a little too much. But, by constantly opening and closing the map, you can at least keep them on track. And I'm certain they're, kinda unpredictable to make the perks that make them predictable useful. Alright, let's interrupt snack time and go in for the kill. So the majority of the Legiana's attacks will push you out of range of your own melee attack when you block it. However, the quick bite and fancy feet attack, kicking attacks, can both be punished. Be careful though, because he can follow up with a butt slam that will catch you before you can recover and block in time. And if you're not watching your HP, it can pretty reliably cart you. So, what are you supposed to do if he keeps pushing you out of range? Well, you can play dead and drop all controller inputs. Since you automatically block, not pressing anything lets you continue blocking and makes the Legiana more likely to go after a different target. This is the behavior manipulation I was talking about earlier. I think I called it phone call protection in a different video, but the idea is you put down the controller in order to answer the phone. The game recognizes that the player is acting strange and tells the monster AI to ignore that player for a few seconds. Credit to the Monster Hunter team, they designed the game to allow for a kind of soft pause screen when real life interrupts. I'm pretty certain that a monster will leave the area if you engage it and then stop doing everything, but I haven't done any testing on that theory. But back to our fight on hand. Being able to convince the Legiana to look somewhere else for a split section is usually enough time to work in a quick heal. Be warned, however, he can just reposition behind you and attack anyways, so don't actually play dead. If the Legiana is trying to be clever, just block in the correct direction before his attack hits, and go back to playing dead again. Jeez. I don't know about you guys, but I see one laid out Legiana. Holy cow. Yeah, he doesn't want to play at all. There we go. That was a good capitalization. Oh yeah, I definitely got that flinch hit in. There we go. Got him again. Yeah, it looks like he's out of breath now. And that was all the time I needed. Sincerely, if I wasn't taking so much damage without the armor skin potion, I would have swapped out the charms. I think the most difficult thing to grab for the end nerve, the stamina thief charm, was the Baroth scalp. And that's only because one of them fell in the water and I was never finding it again. I wanna live. Living's fun. It's an okay thing to do on the weekends. He's gone for good. All right. So the next tactic, if you keep getting shoved around, and the Legiana keeps smacking you before you have a chance to recover and block again, you can always wait for the curved ice blast. The curved ice blast attack to whiff. Oh, hell yeah, inflatable bat friend. Oh, yeah. Oh, and the Velociflasher is here too? I can't help but notice the Legiana's not here anymore. Okay. So I'm actually planning on just teleporting back to the camp at Area 12. But for some reason, I'm still under attack. Game, please. Game, please. What is attacking me? Clue me in. I've decided we need to go derper. Yeah, my cat didn't actually appreciate that joke. She didn't even acknowledge me. Oh, well, as soon as we break aggression with whatever the hell invisible enemy's chasing us, I can teleport to Camp 12 and continue this fight. Another tactic is to wait for a curved ice blast attack to miss, and then punish the Legiana while it recovers. The ice blasts come out either straight on or curved. The curved one actually has a blind spot directly next to and under the Legiana. You're just too close to be hit. Alternatively, you can stand out of range of the curved blast and roll in for a counterattack. You would probably have enough time, but I decided it was too risky to honestly practice. I had confidence in turtling. And since this fight has dragged on for so long, you better believe I'm going back to the canteen to rebuff. Now be careful if you plan on using wedge beetles in this area. It's there's a lot of wedge beetles all crammed together, and it's very easy to miss your jump and just go plummeting all the way back down to the bottom. But it is faster than slowly climbing. Alright, here we go for the final stretch. Let's do all the hurt we can. I almost had him. I almost tricked him. There we go, he switched. Ooh. He's not enraged, so I'm going to try to lay off on a flash bomb for now. Boom, just like that. You can block the fancy feet attack and go in for a counterattack. Yeah, I needed to heal, so I was going to see if I could trick him into focusing on Meat Shield for a little bit. And it worked! This is dangerous. Oh! Whatever, I'll take it. I wasn't sure if I wanted to attack or break away and cure my status ailment. Knock that off. Yeah, he was still focused on me. Nah, we mean business. No, I know how close this fight is to being over. You ran away to your nest, which was 5 feet away. That just proves how disoriented you are. I want to work in all the KO damage I can. Okay, that was actually a pretty good shot on behalf of the Legiana. Oh, this is bad. Yep. That didn't happen! I disagree with your hit detection game. Yeah, I'm not taking any chances. Alright, let's move in and do as much damage as we can. It was all of it! Alright. Awesome! Well, there we have it. And as you can see, all of my armor is level 1. Man, the Legiana is a tough fight. If you can pull off doing it, though, using just melee HBG, you've definitely got how to use melee HBG. And this monster deserved a bit of skull fucking. Thanks for watching.